April. House of Representatives kills the Peace Corps bill, refused to override Buhari's veto. Shoyinka asked the presidency to seek foreign help to stop the killings nationwide. Gombe State Assembly member escapes with housemates during the plenary. North Korea says it is ready for talks anytime with Donald Trump. Massive floods kill over 400 in Kenya, Somalia, and Rwanda. I am Tobi Joseph, bringing you the news and details shortly. Ogun State Fire Service says it received a total of 141 distress calls on fire outbreaks across the state between January and April this year. One person died in a fire outbreak while two people were rescued during the period under review. The distress calls are lower than 156 recorded during the corresponding period in 2017, when 7 persons were killed and 1 person rescued. Director of the State Fire Service, Engineer Fatai Adefala, speaking to Rock City FM News in Abeokuta, says the fire service also saved assets worth 2 billion naira during the period. Adefala attributed most of the fire incidents in the first quarter to petrol tankers which fell on roads or collided with other vehicles. Fire service, according to him, also locked up 5 liquefied petroleum gas stations located in residential areas and other electricity high-tension cables during the period. Laying of tracks of the Pakualam to Abeokuta segment of the $1.5 billion Lagos-Ibadan Standard Gauge Rail project is progressing at a steady pace. The Chinese contractors handling the project are already laying the beams on 2 bridges at Pakualam. Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi, during an inspection visit to the project site at Ikere, says 17 bridges will be constructed between Pakualam and Ibadan by the contractors for the rail project. The minister says the laying of tracks from Lagos to Pakualam will begin in June. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has cautioned the state government against overtaxing business enterprises in the state. Osinbajo, speaking at the Leadership Newspapers Award and Conference 2017 Abuja, told the state governors to resist the temptation of overtaxing to increase their internally generated revenue. The goal of increasing IGR at all costs, according to the Vice President, could kill entrepreneurs and investors in their state, thereby affecting the growth of the economy. Governors, according to him, should always think beyond a 4-year or 8-year term in order to build a solid foundation for the economic growth of their state that their successors will build upon. House of Representatives has finally rejected a bill seeking the establishment of Peace Corps of Nigeria as a paramilitary body. The lawmakers, during Thursday plenary, refused to override President Muhammadu Buhari's veto on the bill passed by the National Assembly and sent to him for his assent. Buhari then refused to sign the bill, citing lack of finance to run the organization, which has more than 100,000 members. Buhari also says the group will end up duplicating the functions of some of the existing paramilitary forces. A member of the House, Emmanuel Okejev, had sponsored the bill seeking to override Buhari's veto, but the bill failed to pass the second reading. A member of the Gombe State House of Assembly has escaped with the mace of the House. The lawmaker, Abdullah Mewaki, snatched the mace from the table where it was kept during plenary. He then ran away with the mace from the chamber into his car, parked within the premises. Policemen in the premises fired gunshots at the tire of his car to stop him, but he managed to escape with the mace. The car was later found abandoned at New Mile 3 along Gombe Yola Road. Earlier, attempts by some members of the APC in the House to impeach the minority leader had failed on Wednesday. Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) has asked the presidency to beef up security at public hospitals to enable doctors and contract staff who are not on strike attend to patients. The association's president, Dr. Francis Faduile, who made the call in a statement, alleged that members of the Joint Health Sector Unions, JHESU, are preventing doctors and public hospitals from working. Health workers, except medical doctors and dentists in public hospitals, had been on an indefinite strike since last April 18 to compel the presidency to meet their demands. The NMA president accused the health officials of locking up clinical service points and equipment, thereby making it difficult for doctors and contract staff to function. Last week, Health Minister Professor Isaac Adewale read a riot act to Johesu to stop intimidating doctors and health workers who did not join the 5-week-old strike. Nobel laureate Professor Wale Soyinka has asked the presidency to seek external support to cope with the challenges of insecurity in the country. He accused the presidency of false pride by thinking it could tackle the security crisis alone. Soyinka, who made the call during a visit to Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State at the government house, Makodi, says the international community will come to the aid of Nigeria if its assistance is sought. According to him, it is time for governments to wake up to the reality that Nigeria is going through a critical moment which could degenerate into genocide as in Rwanda in the 90s. Governor Otom thanked Soyinka for the visit and adding his voice against the killings in the state. President Muhammadu Buhari has sent the name of the former Inspector General of Police, Musiliu Smith, to the Senate for consideration as the new chairman of the Police Service Commission. Smith is replacing former Inspector General of Police, Mike Okiru, at the commission. Also sent to the Senate for confirmation are names of Justice Clara Wumbi and former Assistant Inspector General of Police, Nawal Obara, as full-time commissioners in the commission. 5 other names sent for confirmation are Mohammed Najatu, Brima Austin, Romy Moore, and Dr. Okemba Jumbo for as members of the commission. You're still listening to the Media News on Rock City 101.9 FM. We bring you foreign, business, and sport news next. Please do stay with us. North Korea has said it is still willing to talk at any time in any form after US President Donald Trump abruptly cancelled his meeting with Kim Jong-un. Vice Foreign Minister Kim Ki-hyun said Mr. Trump's decision was extremely regrettable. President Trump blamed the North open hostility for the cancellation. Just hours before Mr. Trump's announcement, North Korea said it carried out its promise to dismantle tunnels at its only nuclear test site. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said the US and North Korea should not give up, saying nerves of steel were required. In the US, Republican Senator Tom Cotton praised President Trump for seeing through Kim Jong-un's fraud. But Democratic Senator Brian Schatz said the move was what happened when amateurs are combined with warmongers. Polls have opened in the referendum on Ireland's abortion laws. The vote will decide whether to repeal a part of the Constitution known as the Eighth Amendment, which effectively bans terminations in the country. Currently, abortion is only allowed when a woman's life is at risk, but not in cases of rape, incest, or fatal fetal abnormality. Residents of Irish Islands cast their vote on Thursday to ensure the vote reached count centers on time. The referendum is a result of a decades-long debate about abortion in Ireland and will be the country's 6th vote on the issue. Counting of the votes will begin on Saturday morning, with the result expected early on Saturday evening. Heavy rains have left hundreds of people dead and hundreds of thousands more displaced across various parts of East Africa. Kenya, Somalia, and Rwanda are the worst hit. The flooding comes as the region tries to recover from a severe drought in 2017 that threatened millions of people. Across Kenya, Rwanda, and Somalia, the death toll from the flooding has surpassed 400, with many thousands more forced to flee their homes to escaping rising waters. Rwanda's Ministry of Disaster Management puts its death toll at just over 200 in a period of 4 months. Earlier in the week, at least 15 people died in Somaliland when heavy rains caused by tropical cyclone Saga swept through the Horn of Africa. In Kenya, the Red Cross said at least 200 people have died as a result of the heavy rain. Finance. In business, Federation Account Allocation Committee has initiated moves to review the formula for sharing of revenue by the three tiers of government from the Federation account. Chairman of the Finance Commissioners Forum, Mahmoud Yunusa, made this known to newsmen at the end of the monthly meeting of the Federation Account Allocation Committee. He says the existing formula is being considered due to the current reality of the economy. At the moment, the federal government is taking 52.6% of the statutory revenue, state governments 26.72%, local governments 20.60%, while all producing states are given 13% derivation. From value-added tax revenue, the federal government received 15%, state government 85%, while the remaining percent goes to the local government. Finally, in the media news, sport news. Nigeria Football Federation NFF President Amaju Pinnick says the Super Eagles have a team for the future, following a fine showing of the Super Eagles B team in a friendly against Atletico Madrid earlier in the week. Nigeria fielded a mix of local and European-based players for their match against the Spanish Giants in Rio on Tuesday, many of whom represent the country at junior international level. Despite losing the game 3-2 to the new UEFA Europa League champions, the Nigerian B team put in a performance which has Pinnick excited for the future. Pinnick says they are confident that from the preparatory plan that they have put together for the Super Eagles leading to the finals in Russia and having taken care of off-field matters that may cause distraction, the team will do Nigeria proud in Russia. That was the media news, and just before we go, the major stories once again. One person died in 141 fire outbreaks in Ogun between January and April. House of Representatives kills Peace Corps bill refused to override Buhari's veto. Soyinka asked the presidency to seek foreign help to stop killings nationwide. Gombe State Assembly member escapes with housemates during plenary. North Korea says it is ready for talks anytime with Donald Trump. Massive floods kill over 400 people in Kenya, Somalia, and Rwanda. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website at www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you so much for listening. I am Tobi Joseph. Good afternoon.